Hi, I'm Linda, and this is No Frills ASMR. I thought we could look at the casino offers I've gotten on both Royal Caribbean, that's their symbol for the Royal Casino Royale, and Celebrity Cruises Blue Chip Club. On Royal, I got 1,500 points in a year. And then in end of March, I think, they flipped to a new year. And in this current year, I have 1,500. Just so you know what these offers are based on. On Celebrity, I have one cruise with 1,500 points. So that is what these offers are. So let's just see what kind of things. This is from the May. These are older. They mail these out, and I've kind of saved them up just so we could look at, just to give an idea. I do think the ones that came out earlier in the year maybe aren't quite as good, because that time of year they're I think they're selling a lot because it's going into when everybody has off school. But okay, so enjoy an interior room for two. And so that's an inside room. Now, I have another channel called No Frills Travel. And I did a whole video on my experience in the casinos and talked about how I'm obnoxious and won't stay in an interior room. But you can pay to upgrade. So basically this would cover the cost of an interior room, and then you pay the extra to get into whatever room you want. So, it still has value. And then they would send me enjoy a cruise fare for one and a discounted cruise fare for your guest. From what I can tell, the discount is about 50% off. So you pay basically for two people half of the price of one. Now you always have to pay the port fees and taxes, so they're not totally free. And I always add gratuities. So, but we have things like out of San Diego, 7 nights, out of New Orleans, 7 nights, Los Angeles, a lot of Los Angeles offers, Galveston. Oh, these are all out of kind of different ports. Usually the ports are Fort Lauderdale or Miami. Okay, now here's Celebrity. I don't know what. Oh yeah, this one wasn't so good. This must have been one of the first offers because they're all inside. Do they say if it's for two? Let me look. Hold on. Enjoy an inside room for two. But the ports are kind of interesting because this one is an Alaska cruise, and this is Alaska south from Seaward, and this is north from Vancouver. I mean, that's a pretty good one. Let's see. Let's just pick some other. Let me see what this one says. I didn't cross my address off, so I got it. Okay. This is, look at this. Okay, hold on. Enjoy a veranda, which is a balcony, or inside room for two. So things started to look better. Look, a veranda guarantee. What? On a 7-night out of Miami on Celebrity Beyond. I mean, that's pretty good. A 7-night. So these are in September, October, November. Now, I think sometimes they have a little harder time selling because I think that's still hurricane season, right? So a lot of people don't want to cruise during hurricane season. Although I think November, you're at the tail end of it. But September, I think, is pretty high. And like for me, I don't tend to go away as much during like October, November, December, just because it's really pretty. In this where I live, it's fall. You get the leaves, and then it's Thanksgiving, and then Christmas time. And I like to go in like January, February, March, maybe even April, maybe even March. I mean, May, because it's been dreary. It gets cold and dreary, but still good deals for verandas. And then inside staterooms. Why don't they give me more ocean view? I like ocean view. But look at this one. I like this. 10-night ultimate Southern Caribbean. Wow. A free 10-night. 9-night Antigua, St. Lucia, and St. Kitts. And then Alaska. So like a lot of these ships though aren't there. Well, I don't know about with these, but like on Royal, a lot of times they're older, smaller ships. But like I've been on Summit and I've been on Apex, and I don't know those are, but I actually, Summit's much older, much smaller. I liked it better than Apex, but that's just me. I know a lot of people would say absolutely not. Okay, what's this? Enjoy an ocean view or interior. Okay. And this is with, this is Royal Caribbean. Okay. So ocean view, a 7-night Western Caribbean on Radiance. And look, these go all the way into December. I mean, I might be willing to go early December, but I already have. I'll show you the one that I lined up. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on. Well, I guess I shouldn't say all that because I don't know. But anyway, I'm going on a celebrity, just a 4-night. I booked it with just my sister, so it's a little girl's trip. Because, and this might sound crazy to some of you, but we're going to try to get her points up within 4 nights so that she starts getting offers on celebrity, because we travel together a lot and she needs to get the free. So this was our plan all along, that I would go on a cruise, I would gamble enough so I get offers, then I can take her, and then she can gamble enough so she gets offers. So we had this all planned out. We're in this for the long, what do they call that? We had a long game. The odds are in your favor. I used to play blackjack in Vegas when I was younger, but I haven't really played on the cruise ships. And part of why I think their table minimum bets are like $10 to $15, and that's just too much for me to do. But also with this point thing, if you are at a table or, any of the table type games, you give your card to the dealer and make sure that they call them a host, they're like a pit boss. Make sure they know you're there and they see how much you're betting, because they it used to be they randomly give you points based on how much they feel you're betting. They get like a feeliness about it. But I've heard now on some of the new ships, these chips have chips in them, like little chips, like microchips, And so the table is keeping track of how much you're betting. I don't know. Is that true? I think that might be true. So they're actually keeping track of it more now. So maybe table games are better. If anybody plays cruise ship table games, I'd be curious how that goes. I don't know. I'm so out of practice, I'd be intimidated. I've always wanted to learn craps. And at the beginning of a cruise, oftentimes they have a lesson in how to play the different table games. And I always say I'm going to go to the craps lesson because they're always having so much fun at the craps table. But I haven't actually done it yet. Okay, exciting casino expansions. Oh, Radiance of the Seas, Ovation of the Seas, Liberty. I've actually never been on any of these 3. Look at this thing. Newly amplified. All right. So they have Ocean View Guarantee. Let's see, out of Tampa, Galveston, Los Angeles, and Vancouver. A 3-night Vancouver. And then interior guarantee. I wish they also send me emails, and they send me text. No, not text. I always want to say text, but notifications, app notifications. And this one recently had Icon of the Seas. I couldn't believe it. I was like, Icon. But then it had, I think it was a 25-day Trans-Pacific. Honestly, I had like half a moment where I was like, I mean, should I do that? Because you get the cruise part for free. You're paying port fees and taxes, which I'm sure would be a lot, but it's like living for no money. But then I thought, well, you have to gamble on board that shit. Like, how much on a 25-day cruise are you gonna have to gamble to keep your offers going every day? I don't know. Look, this has a scratch on it. Makes it look like she has a mustache and she's smoking her spine. All right, let's see what this one is. Spin your way to Island Time. Inside stateroom for 2, or cruise fare for 1, discount for the 2nd. See, that's on like their bigger, like the XL and the Beyond. I think those are bigger ships. Yeah, I just remembered one of the celebrity ones. I feel like on the app I get better offers for celebrity, but one of them included a day at the Royal Beach Club. I think it may have been without the drink. Like, you can buy a package that just gets you in here, and then you can buy a package with included drinks. I think it maybe didn't include the drinks, but I don't know. Not that I'd care. I can't day drink all day. That would make me throw up. Guys, I brought up the other channel. If you don't mind, go to YouTube, search and punch in No Frills Travel, and go subscribe, because I have to get 500 subscribers to even think about being monetized, and you have to get 3,000 watch hours. You know how much that takes if your videos aren't super long? It's a lot. But I'm getting closer because my videos are kind of long. You know me, I babble on. But I'm so close to 500 subscribers. I'm like, please, just a few more. All right, let's look at, what is this one? An ocean view. You know, I will just say the older ships. I think they're still pretty nice. I don't mind them. Let's see, what is this? It's your lucky play. These things you can rent, and they cost like $3,000. And everybody else is sitting on the beach right here. It seems kind of crazy to me, but I don't know. Maybe it's worth it. This is for 2, an ocean view stateroom. And this triangle means amplified with new restaurants and bars. So these go into December. So that's the thing with these. These are called marketing offers. They usually only go out, I don't know, maybe 6 months. Look, it's me playing the slot machine. Look at that crazy. What's happening? They're hanging. Let's see, what do we have here? 4-night Bahamas. So we have them out of Fort Lauderdale, 4 nights. Tampa, 7 nights on Radiance. Enchantment of the Seas is the only cruise ship I went on where the food wasn't very good. Actually, I went on a Princess one time where the food wasn't very good, but I'm hoping they've upgraded. And the funny thing about that was it only wasn't good for the first like 4 nights of the cruise. And on that particular cruise, it was kind of a bummer because there was norovirus and COVID going around. So they had, there's something so disconcerting. They had the health department or whoever it is come on the ship, and they were wearing full hazmat suits. And like, I forget if they were spraying. I don't remember what they were doing. But here we all are in our baby suit. And I'm like, wait, why do they have hazmat? And we're like, this. Like, what's going on? But anyway, so a lot of the crew was sick, unfortunately, and the food suffered. So it must have been kitchen staff was sick, which is scary. But luckily we never got sick on that cruise, except a little seasick because we had rough waters. But so the first half the food wasn't good, but then it got better and it was actually good. So I don't know. Liberty, Ovation, Mariner, Serenade. That's an older ship because years ago I went on Serenade in Europe, and it was beautiful ship back then, but I don't know. That was 15 years ago. Freedom, Independence, I'm going to go on. Oh, look, this has some into 2027, into January. We are going on Independence of the Seas in January, actually. Adventure, Brilliance, Jewel. Jewel we took out of San Juan, and it's older, and it does show its age, but it was still nice, and we had fun. Quantum, I think that's a big ship. I mean, it sounds like it. 4 nights. Navigator, Serenade. Okay, what else do we have here? Here on Royal is balcony rooms. But look, they're coming up super quick. They're in August. So sometimes if they have rooms available, oh, look, Wonder. Like the ones they just gave us on Icon, they were for the very next month. So they must have had a sailing that wasn't full. What's this one? Hold on. Stack up the unforgettable. Hold on, let me see. Enjoy a balcony or interior for 2. Look at all these balconies. And these are all in December. Let's see what kind of ships. These are older ships. Adventure, Brilliance, Radiance, Liberty, Mariner, Ovation. That might be a newer ship. Voyager, but it's only 4 nights. See, if they give you a newer ship, they give you a shorter cruise. I think. Maybe they only do shorter. I don't know. Mariner, Serenade, and then interior on Utopia. I'd like to try Utopia. I think that might be a good one. Harmony. Ooh, Wonder of the Seas. 4 night. That's interesting. Independence, Oasis, Radiance, Ovation, Vision. Look, Vision, 5 night Bermuda. I do want to do that one. That's out of Baltimore. They don't often give you them. Every now and then you'll get a flyer that says Northeast. I thought I actually had one here, but I don't see it. And so then you'll get them out of New Jersey. Oh, sorry, my stomach girl. And Baltimore and maybe Boston. I can't remember. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. My stomach is crawling. I don't know why I record before breakfast. Wow, that was crazy. I don't know if I should stop this video. Maybe it didn't pick it up. Hopefully, it sounded like a, what is his name? Cubert was going around in my stomach going. Specialty dining. I haven't done a whole lot of specialty dining. I've done, I don't know if I've ever done specialty dining on Royal Caribbean. On Celebrity, I did the, it's called, oh my God, what is it called? The Chef, Petite Chef, La Petite Chef. And, oh, I know what I did a lunch on Enchantment in Chops Grill. And I'll be honest, it was so. It wasn't anything to write home about. But I've heard it's good. So, like I said, that particular cruise, I can't judge anything on that cruise because I think too many crew members were sick, which sucks, More bets on bold. Take winning to a whole new level at the expanded casino with more than 300 slot machines and 20 table games. Let's rumba. Introducing Fleet favorite Pesky Parrot, the perfect spot to kick off your getaway and with tropical inspired concoctions. I don't think I've ever seen Pesky Parrot. I don't know. Well, I think we went through most of them here, guys. August. I don't know why I'm covering up this. I think the scan codes are specific to the person, but I don't know. Redeem. Oh, yeah, now they have this redeem your offer on up to 2 getaways, so you can use the same offer twice. I think that's kind of nice. Oasis, Radiance, Symphony, Liberty, Ovation. So anyway, that's what you could get if you get to 1,500 points. And in the video I made, like I said on the other one, No Frills Travel, I discuss basically what it took to get there. Because it's not free, to be clear. You do have to put some money. I mean, nothing's free. And they're hoping you keep on losing. That's their goal. So, oh, these are both celebrity. That's gonna be holding. Hold on. What do we have here? There we go. All right. I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. I don't know what I'm doing. My stomach's gurgling. I'm hungry. I think I'm gonna go eat some eggs with salsa. That sounds yummy. Alright, talk to you later. It does look like she has a mustache. Thrills that really hit the slot. You've landed on a winner. That's roulette. I have played roulette before. Talk about a game of chance. Yeah, this is not how most people look on a cruise. Views that hit the jackpot. A win for Wanderlust. Discover a player's paradise. Wow, they have a saying for everything. What else do we have here? Turn to roll with the best. Your turn to roll with the best. Your turn to roll with the best. Go all in on boulder action. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Do you go up in there? Or is that for the captain? Like what? I guess that's for the captain to look out, maybe. Or is that a fun thing? I don't know. See, they have the walking track up here, but then you have to do that first thing in the morning, or there's people with their pina coladas and their deck chairs on the walking track. I don't know what ship this is. This must be like, I don't know, because there's slides here. Usually the slides are like